If you enjoy eerie encounters, mysterious hauntings, and spine-chilling tales, then you're in for a treat. These real-life ghost stories have terrified witnesses, sparked investigations, and even inspired horror movies. Prepare yourself as we dive into the unknown. The Amityville Horror, America's most infamous haunting. In 1974, a gruesome crime shocked the quiet town of Amityville, New York. Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family in their sleep, claiming later that he was driven by voices telling him to kill. The house remained vacant until a year later, when the Lutz family moved in. They thought they had found their dream home, but soon, strange occurrences began to unfold. Doors would slam shut on their own, foul smells filled the air, and a mysterious green slime oozed from the walls. The youngest child started talking about an imaginary friend, Jody, a demonic pig-like creature with glowing red eyes. At night, the family would wake up at exactly 3:15 a.m., the same time the DeFeo murders took place. When they called a priest to bless the house, he was driven out by an unseen force, whispering, "Get out!" Terrified, the Lutz family fled the house after just 28 days, leaving all their belongings behind. Was it a hoax or a true haunting? Paranormal investigators, including Ed and Lorraine Warren, believe the house was infested with malevolent spirits. The story later inspired the iconic horror film The Amityville Horror. The possession of Anneliese Michel, a true exorcism case. Anneliese Michel was a bright, devout young woman living in Germany in the 1970s. But at the age of 16, she began experiencing terrifying episodes, seeing demonic faces, hearing voices, and suffering violent seizures. Doctors diagnosed her with epilepsy and schizophrenia, but no treatment seemed to help. As her condition worsened, Anneliese herself believed she was possessed. She spoke in different voices, displayed inhuman strength, and refused to eat. Desperate, her deeply religious parents turned to the church. 2 priests were assigned to perform an exorcism. Over 10 months, 67 grueling exorcism sessions were conducted. Witnesses claim Anneliese spoke in multiple demonic voices, cursed in languages she had never learned, and screamed in agony as the priests recited prayers. She allegedly identified herself as being possessed by 6 demons, including Lucifer, Judas, and Nero. On July 1, 1976, Anneliese tragically died of malnutrition and dehydration. Her parents and the priests were later convicted of negligent homicide. Audio recordings from her exorcisms still exist today, and those who listen claim they can hear something truly unearthly in her voice. Her story became the inspiration for the horror film The Exorcism of Emily Rose. The Myrtles Plantation, a cursed southern haunting. Deep in the heart of Louisiana stands the Myrtles Plantation, a grand mansion with a dark past. Legend has it that in the 1800s, a slave named Chloe was caught eavesdropping on her master's conversations. As punishment, her ear was cut off, leaving her disfigured. Seeking revenge, Chloe baked a poisoned cake meant for the plantation owner. But fate had other plans. Instead of killing the master, the poison took the lives of his wife and children. Overcome with guilt and fear, Chloe was hanged by the other slaves, her body discarded in the river. Ever since, her spirit has been seen wandering the plantation, wearing a green turban to hide her missing ear. Guests report eerie footsteps, shadowy figures, and the sound of a child's laughter echoing through empty hallways. Some claim to have seen a ghostly woman standing by their beds at night. One famous photograph even appears to capture Chloe's spirit, lurking behind a window. Paranormal investigators believe the Myrtles Plantation is one of the most haunted locations in America. Would you dare spend the night there? The Pudu Prison ghosts, Malaysia's most haunted jail. In the heart of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, stands the abandoned Pudu Prison, a site of unspeakable suffering and tragedy. Built in the 1890s, the prison housed thousands of criminals, many of whom were executed by hanging. After its closure, eerie tales began to spread. People passing by claimed to hear disembodied screams in the dead of night. Security guards refused to patrol alone, fearing the shadowy figures that lurked in the darkness. One guard reported seeing a prisoner standing near the execution chamber, his body swaying as if still hanging from a noose. When the guard approached, the figure vanished into thin air. Another witness recalled seeing ghostly hands reaching out from the prison bars, only to disappear when he looked closer. During construction work to demolish part of the prison, workers encountered chilling phenomena, tools disappearing, sudden cold drafts, and whispers in an unknown language. Some even claimed they saw ghostly figures of prisoners still wearing their execution hoods. Was it the spirits of those who were unjustly executed? Or something even darker? Okiku's Haunted Doll, a Japanese mystery. In 1918, a young boy in Hokkaido, Japan bought a beautiful doll for his sister Okiku. The girl adored the doll, playing with it every day and even naming it after herself. But tragedy struck when Okiku died of an illness. Her grieving family placed the doll on an altar in remembrance of her. Soon they noticed something strange. The doll's hair began to grow. No matter how often they cut it, it kept getting longer, reaching down past its shoulders. Years later, they brought the doll to a temple where monks took care of it. Scientists tested the doll's hair and found that it resembled real human hair. The monks continue to trim it regularly, believing that Okiku's spirit resides within the doll. Visitors to the temple claim they have seen the doll's mouth slowly opening, as if trying to speak. Some even say its eyes move on their own, following them as they walk by. Would you dare to look into Okiku's eyes?